Do you believe your life can change in just one day? It may sound hard to believe because we often think success is the result of years of effort and gradual progress. But if you look back at the biggest turning points in your life, you'll notice that they often began in a very brief moment. It could be the day you made an important decision, the day you met someone special, or the day you realized you no longer wanted to live the way you had been living. Jim Rohn once said that a single powerful emotion can change the direction of an entire life. Change does not begin with time, it begins with emotion that drives you to take action. An ordinary day can become the most memorable day of your life if it makes you see everything differently. In today's lesson, we will explore 4 powerful emotions that can create that turning point. If even one of them is awakened at the right moment, your life may begin moving in a completely new direction. The first emotion Jim Rohn talked about is disgust. This is not disgust toward other people, but the feeling that you have had enough of your current life. It is the moment when you look at your bad habits, familiar excuses, or repeated failures and say to yourself, "I've had enough." Many people do not change because they feel inspired. They change because they become tired of living the same way over and over again. Jim Rohn shared that a major turning point in his life began when he lied to a Girl Scout who was selling cookies because he did not have enough money to buy any. After she walked away and the door closed, he felt deeply ashamed of himself. That feeling woke him up from years of mediocrity and complacency. Disgust can be painful, but sometimes it is the greatest gift a person can receive. When someone truly reaches the point where they can no longer tolerate their situation, they stop accepting reality as it is and begin searching for a way to change it. Interestingly, people rarely change when life is still comfortable enough. We can complain about our jobs, finances, or circumstances for years while continuing the same old habits. It is only when the pain becomes great enough that we finally decide to take action. Jim Rohn described the story of a man who felt heartbroken when he learned that his wife was standing in a grocery store comparing 2 cans of beans that differed in price by only a few cents. It was not because the amount of money was significant, but because it reflected the situation they were trapped in. It was the feeling of helplessness, frustration, and shame that comes from knowing you are capable of more, yet have done little to change your circumstances. Many turning points in life begin with moments like these. When the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the fear of change, people discover the strength to move forward. What about you? What is one thing in your life that you have finally had enough of? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy lessons on mindset, success, and personal growth, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join us for future videos. After becoming dissatisfied with your current situation, the next step is making a decision. Jim Rohn believed this is one of the most difficult stages of the change process. Many people do not fail because they lack ability, but because they become trapped in indecision. They keep weighing their options, waiting for the perfect moment, or hoping things will somehow become easier on their own. Meanwhile, time continues to pass. Decisions that are never made are like doors that never open, preventing life from moving forward. Jim Rohn shared a simple yet powerful piece of advice from a wealthy friend of his. If it's easy, do it the easy way. If it's hard, do it the hard way. But get it done. What matters is not whether the path you choose is easy or difficult. What matters is having the courage to choose and the commitment to follow through. Many of life's greatest transformations begin with a single decision. More often than not, that decision becomes the turning point that creates every change that follows. One reason many people constantly feel tired and unmotivated is that they carry too many unresolved decisions. It could be a project they planned long ago but never started, a skill they want to learn but keep postponing, or an important goal they have never fully committed to pursuing. Every unfinished decision takes up a portion of the mind's attention. Over time, these unresolved choices create a quiet sense of pressure and leave you feeling as though you are always falling behind. Jim Rohn believed that simply spending a few days resolving these lingering decisions can provide enough inspiration to move you forward for years to come. The surprising thing is that once a decision has been made, things are often much easier than we expected. The greatest anxiety usually comes from choosing, not from doing. Instead of continuing to delay, make a clear decision. A firm decision made today can free up energy that has been wasted for months or even years. Sometimes, one decisive choice is all it takes to regain momentum and start moving forward with confidence. The third emotion Jim Rohn talked about is desire. It is the deep inner drive that makes people willing to overcome obstacles in pursuit of what they truly want. What makes desire unique is that no one can give it to you. It cannot be bought, borrowed, or received from someone else. Desire must come from within. However, it can be awakened by something unexpected. It might be a book that changes the way you see life, a song that inspires you, a meaningful conversation, a memorable lecture, or even a painful life event. Many people possess far greater potential than they currently express, but the fire inside them remains dormant, waiting to be ignited. That is why you should never close yourself off from new experiences. Read more, learn more, and allow life to touch you in different ways. You never know which moment will become the catalyst for a major transformation. And if you are finding these lessons helpful, take a second to like this video. Your support helps the Shen share valuable ideas with those who may need them most. One of Jim Rohn's most profound pieces of advice is to welcome all of life's experiences. After being hurt, failing, or facing disappointment, many people build invisible walls to protect themselves. They become afraid to try new things, meet new people, or step outside their comfort zones. But Jim Rohn pointed out an important truth. The same wall that keeps pain out also keeps joy, opportunity, and happiness from coming in. Life is not always easy, but difficult experiences often provide the most valuable lessons. Some people truly grow only after experiencing failure. Others discover their purpose after going through a major setback. Sometimes, the very thing that hurts you today becomes the reason you are stronger tomorrow. Instead of trying to avoid every challenge, learn to embrace life with an open mind and an open heart. Do not let old fears prevent you from experiencing the amazing opportunities that may still be waiting ahead. The more willing you are to engage with life, the more chances you give yourself to grow, learn, and become the person you are meant to be. The fourth emotion, and perhaps the most powerful one in Jim Rohn's lesson, is determination. Determination can be expressed through two simple yet powerful words: I will. When a person is truly determined, they stop looking for reasons to delay or quit. Instead, they focus on finding ways to achieve their goal rather than dwelling on the obstacles along the way. Jim Rohn once shared what he considered one of the best definitions of determination given by a young girl. She said that determination is making a promise to yourself that you will never give up. That mindset is what allows people to overcome challenges that seem impossible. Think about a baby learning to walk. The child falls down dozens of times but keeps getting back up and trying again. No one has to convince the child to continue, because giving up is not even a consideration. Success in life often works the same way. The winners are not always the most talented or the most intelligent. More often, they are the ones who stay committed the longest, keep moving forward despite setbacks, and refuse to quit when things become difficult. After powerful emotions such as disgust, desire, and determination, there is still one factor that ultimately determines the results you achieve in life: action. Jim Rohn emphasized that emotions can create motivation, but only action can turn that motivation into reality. Many people feel inspired after reading a great book or watching a motivational video, yet a few days later everything returns to normal. The reason is simple. They changed their thinking, but they did not change their behavior. Jim Rohn warned that positive affirmations become meaningless if they are not supported by discipline and consistent effort. He considered this a dangerous illusion. If you want to change your life, you must turn your promises to yourself into concrete actions every day. No matter how small the step may seem, it is still far more valuable than standing still and merely thinking about what you want to do. Success does not come from what you intend to do. It comes from what you actually do. Action is the bridge that connects your dreams to the results you hope to achieve. At the end of his speech, Jim Rohn left his audience with 4 questions that can completely change the way you look at life. The first question is, why try? It is a question that everyone has asked themselves at some point. But it is immediately followed by a second question. Why not? If you only have one life to live, why not find out how far you can go, how much you can learn, and what you are truly capable of achieving? The third question is even more powerful. Why not you? Countless ordinary people have accomplished extraordinary things despite difficult beginnings. If they could do it, there is no reason you cannot do it as well. And finally comes the most important question of all. Why not right now? A better future will not appear on its own. It begins with the small actions you take today. Read one more book, write down your goals, start the project you have been putting off, and move forward one step at a time. If you enjoy content about mindset, success, and personal growth, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join us on future journeys of growth and transformation.